guys, this is Paige. I wanted to make this video about the beauty of the heart and how God looks at our hearts. You know, it says in the Bible, like, God does not look at people like men do from the outward appearance. He looks at the heart, you know. The Bible also says, like, the heart is desperately wicked, you know. But when we come to Jesus Christ, like, he renews us. He renews our heart from the inside out, you know. This verse, Ezekiel 36, 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. So, like, he is conforming us. He's like changing us from the inside out. It's like inner beauty is what he looks at. Like, God is not against beauty on the outward appearance. Like, women can make themselves look nice, you know, he's okay with that. But like, what he really like is looking at is your heart, you know, your intentions, and stuff like that. Like, that's what he really, like, he wants. When you come to Jesus, like, Jesus is after your heart. God's after your heart. He's not after like religion and like go to church every Sunday and stuff like that. He wants your heart. He wants to be with you, you know, and he wants you to love him truly from the heart. And I just wanted to make this video talking about like how like he looks at the heart, you know. I wanted to read these other verses. This is 1 Peter 3:4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price. For after this manner in the old time the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. Okay, now these verses are for women. This shows us that in the sight of God, what he finds of great price in a woman is a meek and quiet spirit. Okay, it doesn't say like God looks at a woman and thinks she's so beautiful from the outside, and you know, he finds that so great price. Like, in the world, beauty has become so highly favored among people, like outward beauty, that it's become so important, you know, in the world. But with God, like, it's not like that. Like, it says in the Bible that beauty is vain, but a woman that, you know, fears the Lord will be praised. A virtuous woman, her price is like high above, like, what is it? Her price is, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is higher than rubies, you know, much greater than rubies. So, like, it's the virtue. And what is the virtue? Virtue is behavior of high moral standing, you know. So I kind of wanted to get into like a meek and quiet spirit. Now, like, God doesn't want women to be loud and contentious and like argumentative and like taking the role of a man, you know, like really like authoritative and like loud and like, you know, talking back and really defensive and like stuff like that. Like, we're not supposed to be that way. In the sight of God, like, he does not find that of great price, but a meek and quiet spirit he does find of great price. So like, when you think of quiet, it's basically, it means tranquil, peaceful, trusting in the Lord, you know, wanting to make peace, not wanting to have like huge contentions, you know, being loving, nurturing, you know. And what is meekness? Now, this is like the definition of meekness that I looked up. Quiet, gentle, and easily imposed on, submissive. Synonyms for this: yielding, obedient, tame, humble. And here's like another definition of meek: enduring injury with patience and without resentment. Okay, so meekness is like submissive, humbleness, obedience, you know. Meekness is also a fruit of the Spirit, you know. And that is in the sight of God great prize. So us women need to be looking at like inside, are we like this, you know, and like letting God conform us to that, because that is in His sight is so great, of a great price, you know. Like if you've ever, like say, like have you ever met someone and they're very beautiful on the outside, they're a very good looking person, but then on the inside they're just not loving, they're not kind, they're not, you know, like nice, they're like inside they're just not beautiful, and that shines from the outward, and then you look at the person differently because like that affects what they look like, you know. But if you've ever met someone and maybe they're not the most good looking person, but inside that they're such a beautiful, loving person, and you're just like, wow, that person is so beautiful, like that's a beautiful person, you know. Like that's how God is, that He likes to He looks at the inside and the inward beauty, and He's making us like beautiful on the inside out, like, you know, as we keep walking with Him and stuff. And I just find that so beautiful. So it's good that we like submit to that and know like that is the way God like looks at women, and that's what is highly favored. And it's okay to look beautiful, like, you know, God's not against beauty, but He is against like being sensual, you know, and like lustful and sensual, like as a woman. But having like a beauty and taking care of yourself, you know, is okay. But the inward beauty is what we should, you know, be concerned with too, because that's what God looks at, you know. So I just wanted to make this video about that, like inward beauty. And like even in relationships, like if you chose someone just for their outward appearance, I mean, that is vain. That's not how it's supposed to be, you know. Like beauty is like, it's good to be attracted to the person that, you know, God has for you, obviously, and you want to look nice and stuff, but I mean, it's not just about that, you know. It's about like, what is this is this person beautiful on the inside? Can you see Christ in that person, and do they bring you closer to Christ, you know? And that's what God is concerned with. And I believe like God will show you who is for you, you know, like, and He'll send the person at the right time if He wants that. But yeah, beauty, like if you just married someone for beauty and they're not beautiful on the inside, that would be like a horrible thing to do, you know, because that's vain. Like inner beauty is what really stays, because even like beauty fades, you know. It fades over time. Of course we're going to be really beautiful in heaven, but like on earth beauty fades, you know, as people get older and stuff. But alright, I love you guys. Hope you liked my video. Alright, bye.